Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Fit Women. Today, we have an incredibly inspiring story to share with you. One that will remind you that no matter how tough life gets, change is always possible. This is the story of Crystal Beans, who lost an incredible 201 pounds and transformed not just her body, but her entire life. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you never miss out on these powerful stories. And if you have a story you'd like to share, drop it in the link in the description. We'd love to feature you too. Now, let's get into Crystal's journey. This isn't just a story about weight loss. It's about resilience, self-discovery, and the courage to take control of your life. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's dive into this incredible transformation. Okay, so Crystal Benz was born and raised in Fort Wayne, Indiana, in a loving but modest household. From the outside, her childhood seemed normal. She had a close-knit family, attended school like every other kid, and dreamed of a bright future. But beneath the surface, Crystal was battling something that would shape her life for years to come: obesity. Even as a young child, Crystal was always bigger than her peers. She remembers being the chubby kid in class, the one who was always picked last for team sports and teased during recess. The other children would call her names like Crystal the Cannonball or Big Beans. And while she tried to laugh it off, the words cut deep. Food became her refuge. A bag of chips or a box of cookies was her escape from the pain of feeling different, unseen, and unaccepted. By the time she reached middle school, Crystal's weight had become a defining part of her identity. She avoided PE classes, dreading the stares and whispers as she struggled to keep up with her classmates. She stopped going to birthday parties, afraid of being judged for what she ate or how she looked in her clothes. The teasing never stopped, and neither did the self-doubt. Crystal began to believe the cruel words others said about her, that she was lazy, unattractive, and unworthy. As Crystal entered her teenage years, her weight continued to climb. By the time she was 16, she weighed over 250 pounds. The emotional toll was even heavier. She felt like an outsider in her own life, watching from the sidelines as her friends went to dances, dated, and lived the carefree lives she could only dream of. Crystal's self-esteem was at an all-time low, and she began to isolate herself from the world. Food remained her constant companion. She would sneak snacks late at night, binge on fast food after a tough day at school, and tell herself that it didn't matter. But it did. Every bite felt like a temporary escape, but the guilt and shame that followed only deepened her despair. Crystal's parents tried to help, encouraging her to eat healthier and exercise, but their well-meaning advice often felt like criticism. She resented them for not understanding how hard it was to break free from the cycle of emotional eating. By the time Crystal graduated high school, she had given up on herself. She stopped caring about her appearance, wearing baggy clothes to hide her body and avoiding mirrors altogether. She told herself that this was just who she was, that she would always be the big girl, and that there was no point in trying to change. Crystal's early adulthood was marked by the same struggles she had faced as a teenager. She enrolled in college but dropped out after a year, overwhelmed by the stress of balancing schoolwork with her growing feelings of inadequacy. She took a job at a local retail store, but even there, she felt like she didn't belong. Her coworkers were friendly, but Crystal couldn't shake the feeling that they were judging her, talking about her behind her back. By the time she turned 25, Crystal weighed 376 pounds. Her life had become a series of routines designed to avoid discomfort and judgment. She drove everywhere, even for short distances, because walking was too exhausting. She avoided social gatherings, terrified of being the biggest person in the room. She stopped dating altogether, convinced that no one could ever love her the way she was. But the hardest part wasn't the physical strain of carrying so much weight. It was the emotional toll. Crystal was trapped in a cycle of self-loathing and depression. She felt like a prisoner in her own body, powerless to change. Every day was a battle, and every night she would lie in bed, wondering if this was all her life would ever be. Crystal's breaking point came on a cold winter morning in early 2018. She was getting ready for work when she caught a glimpse of herself in the mirror. For the first time in years, she really looked at herself. Not just a quick glance, but a long, hard stare. What she saw broke her heart. Her eyes were dull, her smile forced, and her posture slumped under the weight of her body and her despair. That was the moment Crystal realized she couldn't keep living like this. She didn't just want to lose weight, she wanted to reclaim her life. She wanted to feel alive again. Tears streamed down her face as she made a promise to herself. No more excuses, no more hiding. She was going to change, no matter how hard it was. On April 2nd, 2018, Crystal took the first step toward her new life. She signed up for a local weight loss program in Fort Wayne, Indiana. It wasn't an easy decision. She was terrified of failing, of being judged, of putting herself out there. But she knew she had to try. The program offered everything she needed: a personal trainer, nutrition coaching, and regular boot camp classes. It was a structured environment where she could learn the tools to transform her body and her mindset. The first few weeks were grueling. Crystal's body wasn't used to exercise, and every workout felt like a marathon. She struggled with cravings, with self-doubt, and with the fear of falling back into old habits. But she kept going. She showed up every day, even when it hurt, even when she wanted to quit. And slowly, she began to see results. Over 15 weeks, Crystal lost an incredible 100 pounds. But the hardest part of Crystal's journey wasn't the initial weight loss. It was what came after. When the program ended, Crystal had to take everything she had learned and apply it on her own. There were no more trainers, no more structured classes, no one holding her accountable. It was just her, facing the same temptations and challenges that had once defined her life. I had to understand that this was no longer a diet, Crystal recalls. It had to become my lifestyle. She knew she couldn't go back to her old ways. She had come too far, fought too hard to let it all slip away, so she kept going. She stuck to her daily workouts, even when they felt monotonous. She meal prepped, even when she was tired. She reminded herself every day why she had started this journey in the first place. By January 2019, just 10 months after she began her journey, Crystal had lost a total of 201 pounds. She now weighed 175 pounds, a number she once thought was impossible. But the transformation wasn't just physical. Crystal's entire life had changed. She no longer avoided social gatherings, she embraced them. She no longer hid from the camera, she smiled confidently in every photo. She no longer felt like a prisoner in her own body. She felt free. My weight loss journey came at a point in my life where my weight was something I faced every day and led me to a constant state of depression, Crystal shared. Through the struggle I encountered during my journey, I came to realize that the most difficult road had led to the most beautiful journey of my life. Today, Crystal Beans' life is a testament to the power of perseverance, self-belief, and the incredible strength of the human spirit. Her transformation wasn't just about shedding pounds, it was about reclaiming her life, rediscovering her worth, and building a future filled with hope and possibility. At 175 pounds, Crystal isn't just healthier, she's happier, more confident, and more alive than she's ever been. One of the most profound changes in Crystal's life has been her relationship with herself. For years, she struggled with self-loathing and doubt, constantly criticizing her body and her choices. But now, she looks in the mirror and sees someone she's proud of. I've learned to love myself, not just for how I look, but for who I am. she says with a smile. "I'm strong, I'm resilient, and I'm capable of so much more than I ever thought possible." This newfound self-love has spilled over into every aspect of her life. Crystal no longer hides from the world. She embraces it. She's the first to volunteer for activities, the first to strike up a conversation with a stranger, and the first to encourage others who are struggling. "I used to think I didn't deserve happiness," she admits, "but now I know that everyone deserves a chance to live their best life, including me." Crystal's weight loss journey ignited a passion for fitness and nutrition that she never knew she had. What started as a necessity, losing weight to improve her health, has become a lifelong commitment to taking care of her body and mind. She wakes up every morning excited to move her body, whether it's through a brisk walk, a yoga session, or a high-intensity workout. "Exercise isn't a punishment anymore," she explains. "It's a celebration of what my body can do." She's also become a whiz in the kitchen, experimenting with healthy recipes and meal prepping like a pro. "I used to think healthy food was boring," she laughs, "but now I love finding new ways to make nutritious meals that are delicious and satisfying." Her go-to meals include protein-packed salads, hearty vegetable stir-fries, and smoothies bursting with fresh fruit and greens. "It's all about balance," she says. "I don't deprive myself, I just make better choices." One of the most rewarding parts of Crystal's new life is her ability to help others who are struggling with their own weight loss journeys. She's become a source of inspiration and support for friends, family, and even strangers who reach out to her on social media. "I know how lonely and overwhelming it can feel," she says. "If I can help even one person believe in themselves, then all the hard work was worth it." Crystal often shares her story at local community events, speaking openly about her struggles and triumphs. "I want people to know that it's okay to stumble," she says. "What matters is that you keep going. Every small step counts." Her honesty and vulnerability have touched countless lives, and she's become a beacon of hope for those who feel trapped in their own bodies. If you're wondering how Crystal achieved such an incredible transformation, here's the secret. It's all about consistency, mindset, and finding the right tools to support your journey. Crystal combined regular exercise, a balanced diet, and a strong support system to stay on track. If you're looking to start your own weight loss journey, I highly recommend checking out the link in the description for resources that can help you get started. Remember, every journey begins with a single step, and that's Crystal's incredible story. If her journey inspired you, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need a little motivation today. Remember, every journey begins with a single step. If Crystal can do it, so can you, if you're ready. To start your own transformation and want to lose weight like Crystal, I highly recommend checking out the link in the description for tools and resources to help you along the way. It's never too late to take that first step toward a healthier, happier you. And hey, if you're feeling inspired, drop a comment below with the affirmation, "I am a fit woman." Say it with me, "I am a fit woman." Let's speak it into existence and support each other on this journey. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you never miss out on more inspiring stories like this. Thanks for watching, and remember, you've got this. We'll see you in the next video.